Hey everybody, thanks for checking in again. I appreciate it. Say, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor, grab out, you got your phone maybe, but text what's up to 55222. It's a way for these messages to come straight to your phone, and it's also a great way to share with some of your friends, maybe some of your students' parents who don't know what to do with their students on Wednesday nights. It's a great way to introduce them to what's happening here at Alexandria Covenant Church Youth Group, at least middle school youth group. Say, tonight I've got some announcements for you, but I'm going to do those on the backside of this message. Right? I want to get into what we're talking about this week on youth group. I'm pretty excited about it because I think we all get this. We all realize that what we put into our minds and into our hearts comes out of the way that we act. So the images we see, the movies we watch, the TV shows we watch, the music we listen to, all of that comes in through our head and into our heart, and then it comes out in the ways that we think, the ways that we talk, and the ways that we act. Right? These things have a lot of influence in our life. And they have a lot of influence in your student's life as well. Well, this week I want to talk about giving them some tips and tricks and tools to overcome some of those draws, because in recognizing what goes in must come out. Right, so we're going to use the story of Daniel and his three buddies. You know them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And if you maybe you even know them by their Hebrew names, right? Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They got their names swapped on them. It was part of the plan of Babylon to take over the minds of the people that they brought in. And that's where we're going tonight. But they committed. Daniel committed. He determined that he was going to live above the culture. He had to be a part of it. You can't avoid it. They couldn't avoid it. But there's one thing that they could do, and they could control what they ate. And Daniel determined that he was not going to dishonor God by what went into his body. See, all those other things were external things, but the one thing that he was putting in, the thing he was consuming, was dishonoring to God, and he determined that he wasn't going to do that. And that's really where we're going this week is what does it look like for your students to determine to follow Jesus all of the days of their life? Not just when they show up on Wednesday nights, not just when they show up on Sunday mornings, but every day of their life to determine to follow Jesus. To limit their exposure to those things that pollute their minds, that cause them to have impure thoughts, that cause them to act out and be disrespectful, that cause them to have foul language. You know, it's really up for you and them to determine what boundaries you set in their life. So I'm not trying to set any boundaries here, but I want you to know that I'm with you in this. That we are a team, I hope. I hope that we are working together and that these students know that they are cared for and they are loved, and we want them to follow Jesus all the days of their life. We want them to survive in Babylon. Now, as I promised, I've got some announcements for you. I'll rattle off some of them real quick. So Lake Beauty, their last early bird deadline is April 8th. So if you haven't done that already, make sure you do that. You can do it right from this webpage, actually. Also want to alert you that Moose, the registration is up and running. It's $125. The dates, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it's a great time. I've got 50 seats on the bus, and we're going to head down to Woodbury for those 3 days. It's a great, we'll have a carnival when we start there. We have 3 sessions of amazing worship and teaching. We hit Valley Fair. We have some other amusement park thing that we do. The biggest part, though, is it's a connection piece. It's an opportunity for the students to get to know us outside of youth group, for them to witness how we, like you, walk in Christ. It's more than about which friend of theirs is going to go. This is not the same as many of their other programs that they can be a part of. This really is about learning life skills, the things that you want them to know. It's a way for us to partner even further with you. So I encourage you to do that. If you can make that work, I'd love to have your students there. Also, I'm really excited about this. May 1st, mark your calendars. This is a must-have youth group night. It's the last night of youth group, and a friend of mine, his name is Eric Samuel Tim, he's going to be coming to our church. He's going to be coming to deliver a message of hope to our students on that night. He does it in a great and phenomenal way. If you haven't before, check out some of his videos. Eric Samuel Tim, he does painting, he delivers amazing messages, and I'm telling you, he impacts the lives of these students in a very positive way. So please carve out that time. Don't let your students miss this. And this would be a great night. Every night's a great night for them to invite their friends, but really heavily encourage them to bring as many as they can that night. Let's try to fill this place. We have 600 seats in there. I want to see them all filled up. All right, that's all I have for you now. That was enough of your time. Blessings on your week, and I'll see your students Wednesday night.